Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with our daily advice for August 29th, 2017. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone has had a nice weekend. I wasn't able to post for the 28th and I'm sorry about that. Still dealing with a bit of a crazy schedule, but it should just be for one more week before things kind of settle down for me. So I just want to say thank you all for your patience. So let's just have a look at what the energies are for us around the 29th of August 2017. So once again, we're looking at the energies that surround us at this time and what we need to know about these energies so that we can use them for our highest good. Since we are looking at energies, these will talk about different things for different people. So keep an open mind and take away the message of the reading and then apply it to your own situation if you feel that it helps with what you're dealing with. So the first card that we have, representing the influence of the past on our current situation, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a card that talks about doing the right thing, thinking clearly, being logical, choosing the rational approach, trying to do the fair thing, the right thing. It does remind me of the Justice card, where, you know, this is all about taking emotion out of it and just doing what the right thing is. So it does talk about, or it makes me think about in this instance, a time in our lives where we've had to separate ourselves emotionally from situations so that we could make good decisions. We may have felt pressure to make good decisions. We may have been responsible for ourselves and other people. We may have been dealing with challenges, and the more we focus on how we felt about those challenges or situations, the more stressful they become, the more confusing they became, and so impossible to deal with. And that has led us to think, you know what, let me just think about things. Let me just focus on the facts. Let me just work with the information that I have, as opposed to worrying over the things that I don't know. And I'm just going to have to make the best decision I can and just move forward from there. Okay? And so we've been, for a long time now, you know, longer for some than others, we've been trying very hard to stay focused, to stay calm so that we can be logical and rational. We may have been feeling the pressure of making decisions for ourselves as well as for other people, perhaps. And so all the more reason to try to do the right thing and to just take emotion out of it, okay? We may have been thinking in terms of, you know what, now's not the time for me to look at what I would like to do in this situation. If that's not possible, I'm not going to stress over the fact that things can't be the way I would like them to be at this time. I just have to do what I can to get myself through the situation. Today, we have the energy of the Devil. So the Devil comes up here in terms of, it comes up in a couple of different ways. It definitely comes up as a reminder that any good intention taken to extremes can actually turn into a bad thing, okay? Because that's what the devil is, you know, the devil energy and the tarot. Well, it can be many things, but one of the aspects of this card talks about where we take things to extreme lengths, and so we lose control because we're focused so hard. We lose control because we become a slave to whatever it is that we're focusing very hard on. So for our example with the King of Swords and the Devil, it's about, we started off trying to do a good thing, to stay calm and think logically, to spare ourselves a lot of pain and maybe spare others a lot of pain as well. And so at that time, this was the best thing that we could do. Separate our emotions, just do what needs to be done, okay? The Devil energy is here for us today to remind us, okay, well, we did that for a while and it was the right thing to do at the time. However, we may be going to extremes with that attitude. We may actually now be neglecting ourselves because we're always thinking about doing the right thing for others. We may be taking on too much because, again, we feel responsible for ourselves, others' situations or problems or issues, and so we feel responsible. We take on a lot of those burdens on our own shoulders, And so we lose control, we lose the plot. Then before we know it, we don't understand what's going on anymore. We go back into confusion. We feel stressed, anxious, like we're spread too thin. And that's the energy of the devil. We may also become controlling, okay? Because we have been focused so hard on being rational and logical and just doing what needs to be done. We've taken feelings out of it. And so that can see us becoming a little bit overbearing, or a lot overbearing, in terms of, I know what needs to be done, this is best, we just need to get this done so that we can move on. And so people can look at us and see someone who appears to be very cold, you know, because we've just been so focused on resolving issues and problems and go, experiencing that pressure, that now, for other people looking in, it can seem that we don't care, you know, that we're not sympathetic or empathetic, and we're just cold, because they do see that there's no emotion there because we've worked so hard to just be logical, okay? And it's also a reminder to think about the sacrifices that were made, and it's very important that we don't stay in that mentality of, I need to sacrifice what I love or what I would like for what just needs to be done at this time, for what the right thing to do is at this time. It's very important that we do also think about ourselves, that we try to balance things out, which is our next energy. That yes, you know, we are rational, clear thinking, responsible, very reliable. People look up to us or come to us for advice or anything like that. But at the same time, it's very important that we take care of ourselves as well as taking care of others, that we do allow ourselves to indulge every now and again. Small stuff, you know, it doesn't have to be anything too big, too crazy, too wild, but it is important that we try to balance out the scales, because we have been sacrificing, we have been restricting ourselves, we have been choosing to stay on a budget, to just focus on what is necessary as opposed to what we would like to do or what we would like to get or where we would like to go. Okay? It's very important to allow ourselves to indulge every now and again. And it's just a reminder of that. Okay? It's a reminder for us to look at our circumstances, our mindset, our attitudes, and actions, and to just double check. Are we still, you know, in control of the situation? Is it too much? Is it too difficult? Is it unfair? You know, are we carrying the burden for other people and maybe we shouldn't? Are we kind to ourselves? Because that's very important. And are we allowing ourselves to just rest? Are we allowing ourselves to just breathe? Are we allowing ourselves to indulge a little bit every now and again? Because otherwise we become a slave to what started out as a good thing. It's just now taking over. Okay? And so the energy that we're moving into tomorrow with kind of sums things up. You know, this is the Six of Pentacles. So this is an energy that, again, reminds us to balance the scales, reminds us to give as well as take, or to allow us to receive as well as us to give to other people. It's about healthy balance, you know, which is the opposite of the devil energy in this particular situation. Okay? Because you see, you know, we still have three people in the card, in both the cards. We still have three people. In the energy of the devil, one of them is definitely in control. The other people have no say, no power, or at least it appears to be this way. And then in the Six of Pentacles, we still have one person helping and giving, but it is meant to help restore balance. It is meant to support or to help. And he will not give more than he can. Okay? Because yes, we may have a lot to give, but that it's not forever. You know, it's not limitless. And so the Six of Pentacles is here as a reminder, you know, to look at things in terms of, is this a balanced situation? Is this a fair situation? And remembering to take ourselves into account as well as the other people that we may try to be fair towards, if that makes sense, okay? Because the guidance card that we have is number 6, love. So number 6 is again all about balance and harmony, okay, and balancing things out or putting things together in a harmonious way. Now that means blending together the responsibilities we have towards others and the responsibilities we have towards ourselves, and also some fun time or time to indulge or time to just be free, and just finding a way to blend it all together in a harmonious way. And that's where we find that balance in the number 6. It's also a reminder for us not to be too hard on ourselves, and it's also a reminder that love is important, emotion is important, okay? We cannot be restricting our emotion all the time, because that is not healthy, and it will lead to a very unhealthy situation with the devil card here, okay, that we may struggle to get ourselves out of later on. So it's just a reminder, you know, that yes, sometimes we do have to be logical and rational, and sometimes feelings, emotions cloud our judgment and they do get in the way. However, other times trying to just think about things and just to be rational can be just as confusing. Think about the Two of Swords, for example, you know, where it's impossible for us to make a decision because we're just trying to rationalize things, and both options look very similar, so it's impossible to pick one over the other. And the missing factor is our intuition, our gut feeling. And if we were to pay attention to that as well, we would definitely have our answer. So it's just a reminder of that, to balance it all and blend it all together in harmony, so that we find that balance and we maintain that balance moving forward, so that we don't lose our power in any kind of situation, and that we don't deplete our energy, deplete our resources, because it's very difficult to then get them back or recharge our batteries. Okay, so it's all about moderation. Yes, there was a time, or there were plenty of times when we've had to kind of take emotion out of it to just be focused and rational and just make the right decisions, the fair decisions. But it's very important that we remember to bring back the feeling, bring back emotion, to indulge, you know, to allow our inner child to just play, just have some fun, just be free every now and again, because that's how we stay healthy, really. Okay? Yes, we do have to be grown-ups, and yes, we have responsibilities, and you know, that takes up most of our lives. However, it's just as important, you know, for us to be a responsible adult. It's just as important that we also allow our inner child to come out and play, because that's how we balance things out, and that's how we stay healthy and grounded. So with the Devil card here, it's also about indulging, you know, allowing ourselves to just indulge every now and again, because it can also be about that. So there we have it. That's our message for today. I hope that it makes sense, and I hope that it helps if you're dealing with these energies. Let me know what this is about for you. Let me know what it makes you think of, or let me know how your day is going. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for being patient and bearing with me. It's just going to be one more crazy week, and then things should settle down into some sort of a rhythm and a flow. So I'm just kind of trying to power through this coming week, or the week that we're in, so that I can then calm down and just get back on track with the schedule I have for YouTube and for readings and all of that. So thank you for all your support and patience. I do appreciate it. Let's have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.